Hello everyone, welcome back to Coloring with Haley. It's that time of the month. It's time for my finished pages for April. I'm going to show you my little journal first, and actually I'm going to move the duck and the rabbit over just a little bit so the white balance won't be thrown off. My goals for April were to do at least 3 Easter pages, use the new supplies I bought last month, which if you guys remember, I bought the dragonfly glaze and the glossy accents from Ranger, and then to color in an uncolored book, which I need to be doing more often. The only events that happened last month were Easter, and I had some video ideas over here. I did get to do the MinisInMay intro, but I did not get to do a color along for Easter because I was just so busy that week. I'm going to try to do the color along next month for MinisInMay. And I colored a total of 20 pages this month, which means I've done 72 total for the year. You can see here the layout of what I color in a month. I usually don't color anything in the last month. That's pretty normal. The past few months have been like that. The last week of the month, I'm kind of like, I'm over it a little bit. And then when a new month starts that week, I'm like, woo, I'm really gung-ho about coloring. And you can see that here by how many pages I colored. Like, the first week I did almost a page every day of the week there for a while. So I was able to do my goals for that month. I didn't do any in March, if you remember, because I just did not have time in February and I wasn't feeling it. So I did use up some supplies, but more so it was pins this month than anything. Starting to run out of those cheaper knockoff pins that I got on Amazon that I wasn't too impressed with. I've run out of pink and silver. Now, I complained that you can't see where the ink is in the barrel on these, so these will just run out in the middle of you coloring something. Since you can't see where the ink is, you can't tell how low they're getting. And then I lost 2 sparkle pops in gold and silver. They do sell packs of just gold and silver, and I need to buy some of those to refill because these are the best glittery gold and silver gel pens if you're going to use them over paint. I would recommend these and nothing else, and you can buy just a pack of these so you'll be set. And then one more Ohuhu marker. This is number 33, which according to my little sheet here is melon yellow. So those were all of my supplies for this month that I went through. I'm going to set those guys back over there and we'll start going through the pages. I have been working on Country Chibis a lot because it's quick, it's easy. I want to finish this whole book, and I'm trying to do the front half of the book before I get to the pages that are horizontal. So very early on in the month I did this lemonade stand page, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I used some paint on here. I did try to use the yellow paint with my Posca pen to make the ice cubes look a little better, but no matter how many layers I would put on here, it's not opaque enough. It's a little too transparent. It wouldn't get rid of the black lines, and it was starting to peel the paper a little bit, so I just hit a stop. And then I did a red outline here on the 50 cents for the lemonade, and then there's some white highlights in just a couple of places. And this was all otherwise Ohuhu markers, or Cali Art markers, or Tao Tree markers, one of the two. I know for certain it was the pastel Ohuhu markers that I used on her dress here. This is a cute page. I like this one. Then I did the page immediately after it. I actually think I did this page first and then went back and did the other page. But I did the boy here playing the banjo for his dog. I do like that she included a couple of boys in this book because you don't see that very often. This one again, just a simple page, I just follow her guides for shading with the grayscale, and I just use my markers and have fun. I didn't use any paint or glitter or anything on this one. And then because it is April and Easter is in April, I did this little shepherd girl here who is also a lamb. I know for a fact I used a lot of the pastel Ohuhu markers on here to make her this light pink sheep rather than just have her be a white sheep. And this page turned out really cute as well. I love this one. Again, nothing extra on this one, just markers, that was all. And then I did this page back here with the girl feeding her chickens. This one was really cute as well. Nothing extra, just markers. I did a white chicken and the red hen because we always had Rhode Island red hens, so I like to do those. These are so cute and fun to color though, and I mean they come together in like 30 minutes, especially if you're using alcohol markers. So that's a really fun book to color in. Next up I have Space Girls and Aliens, which I'm working on completing with Misty and now Molly. We're doing our buddy colors in here every month. So this first one is actually the second one we did for the month. And this was a page that I tried using the glossy accents on. This was the first time I put it to regular Amazon paper, and I went a little bit thick there on her helmet. Definitely a little overkill. I was squeezing the bottle a little bit much. Don't worry, I've done another page and like rectified it. I'm better with it now. I totally realized that I was going a little bit crazy with it, but this was my page. Molly and Misty always post theirs on Instagram as well, so you can see them all on Instagram. This was my very pink and purple page. I even did the moon that color, and there is, of course, white paint and glitter. Her lips and antenna are glittery, but I don't know if it's going to show up really with the glossy accents there. I do need to look into the bleed-proof white, because it did bleed a little bit, always does with the reds. So next up, this is a page I did by myself because I know that Misty had already completed this page before we decided to challenge ourselves to finish this book together. So I went ahead and did it. This is my grilled cheese alien girl, and I really like how this page turned out. I decided to do her red because I always ate a grilled cheese with tomato soup as a kid, and that's just what I think of. So yeah, she's grilled cheese and tomato soup, and there are some black accents in the background and like on her dress, because I do think black and red look good together. A little bit of glitter. It is on the berets in her hair. Let me see if I can... There we go. I think this might have been where the silver ran out from the cheaper pens, but luckily I did have the more expensive silver Sparkle Pops, and I was able to cover it up, because when it does run out, it is very scratchy and it kind of looks weird, but if you have something you can cover it up with, then, you know, it looks fine. And then the first page that Misty and Molly and I did was this wonderful lizard alien reptile woman, and I love how this page turned out. Used a lot of glitter on this one, and I used the dragonfly glaze on this one too. I did her... You can either think of this as a halo or a ring, like a planet around Saturn would have, so I'm thinking of it as more of a ring, because it is space themed. But that has the glitter paint on it. And then she's got glittery scales. Some of these stars are glittery. The moon's glittery. Some of the planets are glittery. This just has glitter like everywhere on it. And I can see it all. There we go. Shining. And you can kind of see the dragonfly glaze. It's a little harder for me to pick up on camera compared to the gel pens for some reason. But it does look really nice in person, especially on black. It achieves a very galaxy-like effect in my opinion. So that's why I used it on this page. And I did draw in my own pupils. She already had pupils, but I also made snake eye pupils for her because I think it makes her look even more like a reptile. So those were the pages I did in that book. Easter Miniatures. This is the book that I did all of my Easter pages in because I don't have another Easter book, and evidently I've colored all of the Easter pages that I had in other books in previous years, so I kind of stayed contained to this one. But I did this one, Happy Easter. There was a spot on the page, sorry about that. This was the one I did to post on Easter Day. And I'm very happy with how this one turned out. I had already done some lambs in here, and I did them in cotton candy colors, so I thought I'd go ahead and do a lamb in, you know, realistic lamb colors for once. And as always, I used the water-based Crayola Super Tips to do the outlining and shading on this rather than using other alcohol markers. And then I used a little bit of a white gel pen in one spot, really. I just did the chick's little nails here, and it's so tiny that I'm not even sure. I think I'd have to get really close or zoom in really far for you to be able to see. There we go. And that was all I did with the white, but definitely a lot of glitter gel pen on this for the Easter eggs and for the coat on the lamb, coat or blanket, whatever you want to call it. And then I did this little dog here, this blue hound here. I did use my pastels for this one, the Pastel Hoo-Hoo markers. I used them a lot in this Easter book. I don't know, but just spring and Easter to me, they're like, they call for pastels. And as you can see, he's got a glittery blue bow, and there's some glitter on the plant. It's like, it reminds me of Jack and the Beanstalk, but it's not a beanstalk, it's like an eggplant. But not that kind of eggplant. And then I used my dark blue Posca pin to do the, what should I call it? The markings on the dog. I went over them with the dark blue, and I think it looks really nice. It looks good with the light blue color that he is. And then, of course, I used my Crayola Super Tips. Yeah, this was just a really fun, simple one. I actually even used the Crayola Super Tips on the grass, so it's a little scratchy, not as smooth as it would be with alcohol markers, but there wasn't a lot of grass, and you know, it just kind of continues all the way down, nothing's stopping it, so I thought it would be just a little bit easier to do it with the Super Tip. Just my opinion. And then I did this stork, and I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm okay with it. I wanted to do it like normal stork colors, but give him pastel wings, and it's okay. It's not my favorite, but you know, it's alright. And of course, his eggs are also glittery. I might have smeared some glitter. I'm really bad about that. I'm bad about putting glitter down and then setting my hand in it, or reaching across and like rubbing my elbow in it, something like that. And so I had smeared some up here, and I tried to go over it with a bit of white Posca paint so that the glitter wouldn't just be in the white background, but the pink like ink inside the glitter bled through a little bit, so that's why you're kind of seeing some pink dots here if they do show up on camera. They actually may not, I'm not sure. But this is a really simple and quick one. I'm just not so sure how I feel about it. I think I might have liked it better if I did go ahead and make the whole stork pastel. But oh well, this was still a fun one. So those were the pages in that book. Next up, I've got Country Life, of course. I've been working in this as like my go-to color by number book. It seems like every channel that does color by numbers has a go-to color by number book that they always want to work in when they're in the mood for color by numbers, and this has been it for me. I actually only have 5 pages left, and I just got this book last October. So I've been blazing through it, but I'm having a lot of fun. So up first, I've got this girl with her horse and these geese. I'm going to hold it up a little bit so you can see the whole picture. It's really hard to show these because it's that slick paper and the light wants to reflect off of it. So I'm just going to try to move it around so you can kind of see the whole thing here. Now, I almost always use Bic markers for color by number, but I did run out of a light brown. And as far as I know, they don't sell their markers open stock. So rather than buy a whole new set just to have light brown, I used a Tao Tree marker to do this light brown color here on the horse. But it turned out really good. So this was a cute one. And then next we had this really cute one with the farmer in his tractor, and he's got his little dog with him, and he's hauling his sheep. He's probably taking them to a different pasture to eat some more grass. I don't see any light brown on this page. Well, these little pebbles here, they would have also been the same Tao Tree marker since I ran out of the light brown color. This is a cute one. Let's see if I can kind of show you all of it there without it getting so shiny. This was a really fun one. And then lastly, I did this one, which is really good for spring. This girl watering her plants, and I really like that we've got like this angry cat down here in the bush swatting at the watering can, but then we got this dog over here that looks really surprised. Can you see his eyebrows? I don't know, he looks like he's shocked about something, but I really like how this page turned out. And I do also just want to say, I like that Kira, when she does the outlines on the girls in this page, she does actually use different skin tones. She doesn't make them all the same skin tone. And I like that, because I like coloring people of all different skin tones. But this was a really cute one, and I just have 5 left, so we'll probably be finishing that book this year. Next, I dug out my Kawaii grayscale coloring book from Jade Summer because John over at John's Hobby Hut has been coloring a bunch of pages in this book this month. He's working to complete it, and I kind of remembered that I have this book. I don't know, after I completed the Chibi Girls book last year, I put away the Jade Summer grayscale because I was like, okay, I've had enough of it. That book was 50 pages, and I know that I did at least 25 of them last year. So I put it away, put it down, didn't want to look at it for a while, but I saw him doing his pages, and I was really inspired to pick this back up and do a page in it. So I picked this lovely pirate girl. And there are a lot of clouds in the background, so I was thinking, you know what, it is a stormy day out on the sea. So that's why the clouds are, of course, all different colors, grays, and I did purple mountains. Just had a lot of fun with this one. She's got a green parrot, red outfit. No particular theme or inspiration for this page other than I just saw John coloring a lot of these and I liked how they were turning out. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna return to this too. There's just a little bit of glitter on this page. Her earrings are glittery. See that shining there. And then there are some white accents. There were these little dots in the sky, and I'm not really sure what they were supposed to be. So I just made them little white dots. Like, they were there. Whoever drew this book drew them there. I don't know what they are. I did her pupils, I did the gloss on her lips, and I did the parrot's claws. Oh, and his eye, too. But this was really fun. I really enjoyed this, and I need to come back to this. I forgot how much I liked Jade Summer's grayscale. Their grayscale is really nice. Okay, next. This was the book that I had not colored in yet, Decor Anime Girls from Coco Wyo. So I had to color in it. And I did this one, and this one I just went all out with all kinds of colors and glitter and everything because that's what the Decora style is, if you've ever Googled any pictures of it. This is what they look like. They wear all kinds of bright colors and everything. So I just went all out with it. I even did a block style sweater, so it's got different like colored sleeves and different colored base. This is what I used the glossy accents on a second time. I did them on her nails, so it would look like she was wearing acrylic nails, and I think it actually turned out fine on this. I didn't use such a heavy layer. It looks nice on this one. And glitter is everywhere. Rings, beads, and this does kind of go down into the side there. You can see I colored up as close to it as I could. It's a little hard coloring down into the side. More beads, berets. There's glitter everywhere. This piece of candy is glittery. Let me hold this up here so you can see all of the glitter on this page. Yeah, everything's glittery. And then her nails look really nice. I did do a good job making it look like actual acrylic nails as well. But this is a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun kind of going crazy with the colors in this one. I can't believe I hadn't colored in this book yet. And the last book is a book that I colored a lot in. I could see myself completing this book this year, if not sometime very soon. Welcome to the Village by Morgan O'Brien. I'm very into the game that was inspired by this and have been since I was a kid, so I've just been going crazy in this. I don't know why, I just have. I've been a little obsessed with it lately. So I did the very first page here. We've got the boy doing yoga. And the characters do have like little red and pink noses, so that's why his nose is red. And I just color these. I might add some white highlights to some of the pages, but I just colored them with a marker and just put the color down, and they look fantastic just as is. There are white accents on these little flowers here. I did those in white. But that's it for this page. I don't doll these up too much. I just like them plain and simple as they are. Next, I did these lovely sisters having tea, and I do Google some references to make sure that I get the colors accurate and everything. I mean, not on this scene. I don't think we've ever seen, like, actually the inside of their home, but I did Google the individual characters, you know, to get the colors right on them, and then took a liberty on what I thought their home might look like on the inside. But there are white accents here on the cups and the steam coming out of them from the tea. And then I did these business partners here. This was the last one I did, I think. I think I did this one just very recently. So again, I Googled the characters to make sure I got the look down. And I went for a springtime theme on this page. So I've got my cherry blossoms that have bloomed back here. This was a really cute one. I even did the dual colors for his sunglasses. White accents on the sunglasses and on his shirt, because this ladybug on his shirt is actually done in white. And again, the red bled through. So I do need to get the no bleed white paint that I've seen on Amazon. But it's fine. It's okay. It's more about the process to me than, you know, the finished page and everything. It was just really fun to color. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. Then I did this one here, which is inspired by more than one thing, obviously. And this rainy day page, because it rained a lot this month. April showers bring me flowers, and it rained a lot this April. I think I went a little bit overkill with the white highlights on the puddle down here, but that's okay. This one still turned out really cute as well. And then I did this very last page back here, which is a very small, very quick page. We've got this boy here with the fossil he just dug up. But again, I'm very happy with how this turned out. These are just quick, simple pages, but they turn out so nice, even just with your alcohol markers. And I did a few white highlights back here on his shovel, and that was all. And those are all of the books that I colored in for this month. Not too many books. I did a lot of pages in several of these books. You know, I did 5 in the one I just showed you, I think. 4 or 5. And I did 4 in Country Chibis. And then 3 in the Country Life. So a lot of these books I colored, you know, multiple pages. But 20 pages is good, and 72 overall for the year is really good. So we're going to have to see how many pages I do within the next 3 months. By the way, there is not going to be a haul for this month. I am saving up for May. If you haven't seen, Joshua Dunbar and Alexandra Francis have announced that they have some books coming out in May. So I'm waiting on those to order anything. So if you're waiting around for a haul video, there won't be one this month. You will get one in May. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.